everybody, welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Today we're going to be doing a reading vlog. I have 3 book club books to get through, so I'm going to take you guys along the journey of me reading through them and give you my thoughts. Today is Thursday and I have my first book club on Sunday, which I haven't started reading the book for. We're reading The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I'm going to be listening to it, so I don't think it should be too much of an issue, but I do need to start it. So that's the first one I'm going to read. And then I have another one on Wednesday. We're reading Summer in the City by Aster. I might listen to that one also. I don't know what I have access to on Libby because I don't have a physical copy of the book, so that's kind of going to depend. And then the third book is going to be Silver Elite. We don't have a date for this book club yet, so I've got a little bit of leeway, but it'll probably be in the next week or two, so I definitely need to get on it. If you've read any of those books, drop your opinions down in the comments. I really want to hear what everybody else has to say, and I'll let you guys know what the opinions are of the book club. Okay, I had the first of the 3 book clubs last night. It was for The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I keep wanting to say Evelyn Hugo, like the 7 husbands of Evelyn Hugo, but it's The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I overall really enjoyed the book. I rated it 3.5 stars out of 5. We all kind of had a similar consensus on the book in the book club. It was a little bit long, probably didn't need to be as long as it was, and it was kind of random. Personally, for me, I was like, the ending like conceptually made sense. Like I understood what happened and like why and all of that kind of stuff, but it felt very like out of left field. It wasn't very satisfying. It didn't really like wrap it up in the way that I was like hoping it would be, like, you know, a neat little bow kind of thing. And not that I have a ton of questions afterwards either. I just didn't like the ending, I don't think. The first like 75-80% of the book I really enjoyed. Like the idea, and like it's a murder mystery if you're like unaware, if you haven't heard of it before. The way it was like being solved and stuff, I felt like was really unique, and I really liked that aspect of the book. But the ending, just, I was like, I didn't guess it. If you read this book and somehow guessed the ending, please let me know how you did that, like what clues you picked up on, because like thinking back on it, I was like, I don't know, like there was nothing pointing to this. Like there were no clues. And maybe if I went back and reread it, I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe there were, but I'm just like, I literally don't see how I would have ever picked up on even anything remotely close to this. Yeah, it wasn't very satisfying for me. And not just because I couldn't guess it and it was random, but just because I was like, all of this, like this great book, like all this stuff that happened in the beginning and like how it was being solved and everything, and then like that's what you gave us. And again, the ending was very unique. Like it was very different than any other like book I've ever read, mystery I've ever read, like anything like that. So if you want something unique, this is definitely the book for it. Like, and again, good book, well written. I just didn't find the ending very satisfying. I would recommend reading it, especially if you like murder mysteries or like unique kind of style books. Definitely very interesting in that regard. And yeah, I just think the ending I wish would have been different. But my next book club is Wednesday. It is Summer in the City by Aster. I'm excited to read this. I read her like YA, I don't know if it's YA or new adult or what, but her fantasy series, or what's out of it so far, Lightlark. I'm not a huge fan of it. I didn't dislike it. Like I liked it and I want to finish the series, but it did feel a little bit like she just kept trying to like come up with things. Like it's just like never ending. It's like, okay, like, oh, now there's a different thing. Oh, now there's a different thing. Oh, whatever. Or like bending the rules to make the story work, which I don't love when stories do that. I think the second book was my favorite. I did not like the third book. The first book was fine. Like, and again, it's one of those things, like I really like the concept of the book. I just feel like it wasn't executed in a great way, but I liked the romance-ish in it. At least like in the first book, I liked the romance. So I'm hoping that I'll like this one since it's just strictly romance, but we'll see. I've heard a lot of really good things about it, so I'm excited to read it. I think I'm going to listen to it, or I might hybrid read it, but I'll let you guys know and I will report back then. Hello again, everybody. I did my second book club the other night for Summer in the City by Aster. Mixed reviews a little bit. None of us necessarily loved it. I really didn't like it. I gave it a 2.5 stars out of 5. There are a few things that really stuck out to me. One, and I think I mentioned this in my previous little snippet video about there was a preview after my last book club. I felt like Aster, the author, just kept trying to find more things. It was okay, we get it. You can end the story now. She just kept coming up with more stuff. And there's the middle part of the book-ish part of it I enjoyed, but the female main character was so incredibly hypocritical. She drove me nuts the whole book. The male main character, I just felt no connection to. I felt like he had no personality. It felt to me like they had no chemistry. I did not understand why they liked each other. I don't understand the connection. I did not get it. I don't hate her writing per se. I just this story just did not work for me. And again, similarly to some other books, the concept was cool and I liked some of the pieces of it. And it was fun, but it just didn't connect for me. It just wasn't executed very well, in my opinion. The other people in my book club didn't dislike it quite as much. They enjoyed the book. I think I probably liked it the least. I forget what they rated it, but I don't know. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't my favorite. I am relatively new to reading romance books as well, just strictly romance books. So maybe that might kind of have something to do with it. I'm not really sure, but it just didn't hit for me. Those were kind of the main things. There also were a lot of things that's brought up and then never talked about again or never resolved. It's just why did we, what was the point? What was the purpose of that? It didn't add anything to the story, but it also didn't become a plot point later. So I was a little confused by that too. But it didn't, I finished the book and I was happy to finish the book. I think the main characters, I just couldn't get past. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of it. It just wasn't for me. Still a fun summery romance book, you know? So if you want something like that, there were some cute parts in it. I did like some of it. So there were a few unique things. It's oh, that's cute. But then there's some other things that I was that's infuriating. Why are you responding? Why are you acting like this? So anyways, next book club is Silver Elite. We finally got a date down for it. So I have about a week-ish to read it. I'll probably hybrid read this one. I don't know a ton about it. I know that it is so hyped up everywhere though. So I'm a little bit nervous to read it. It's a dystopian, I'm pretty sure, with maybe some fantasy-ish kind of elements. I can't remember exactly. I don't know a ton about it. But I have high expectations for it. I'm excited and I think it'll be good. I loved Divergent when that was out, or when that was big. So I'm excited to get back into a dystopian kind of book. So I will report back when I'm done with that one. Hello everyone, we are finally talking about Silver Elite. We did our book club last week. I'm a little bit behind on filming. It's already September, so this is definitely going to get out late. But we both really liked the book. I gave it 4 stars out of 5. I thought it was fantastic. I loved the dystopian. I loved that it was a little bit fantasy-ish, but not exact. They had powers kind of thing, but it wasn't your usual fantasy kind of novel. It was definitely heavier on dystopian. So I thought that was really cool. Really enjoyed it. Couple reasons why I didn't give it 5 stars. I felt it was a little bit predictable. I feel a lot of books in these genres are. I mean, there's just so much I feel I've just read so much in these genres and so much has been written in them that you kind of can pick up on patterns. One of the big things, and this is a spoiler, so if you haven't read it, maybe skip this part, but Cross being Wolf, I feel as soon as we met both those characters, I was they're the same person. I don't know why. I think it was just the fact that she had that scene where she accidentally ended up in his room and there was that tension there. I was he's obviously going to come back into play. But also when she started talking about Wolf and their connection, I was that just makes sense in my brain. I was I feel that's what's going to happen. So I was super confident that that's who it was. What I wasn't sure about was he kept talking about being in the ocean. So I was is he just straight up lying to her? Does he go on work trip? Is he having to go out to the coast a lot? I wasn't really sure about that. And then also why he was in this position of power other than he's the general's son kind of thing, or was he working on the inside? Those are the kind of things I wasn't sure about, but I do feel I knew pretty instantaneously yes, that is Wolf and Cross are the same person. They're the same person. The other thing was the female main character kind of irritated me towards the end because I feel every decision she makes, she just quit thinking. she just was like doing whatever she felt like she needed to do, like whatever she wanted to do. And I know, like, you know, shit kind of got crazy, but I just was like, why are you doing this? Like, quit doing this. What are you doing? Like, think through your actions. Like, there were alternatives, I feel like, to some of the things that happened. And I was like, why is this what you're doing? Like, why? Please do something different. Like, think about your actions for a second. So that kind of frustrated me, and that's kind of what knocked it down. But I really enjoyed it. I'm super excited for the next one, which I think is scheduled to come out May of next year. I'm not totally sure. Another quick spoiler, but a part that I really liked that caught me totally off guard, Kane, I think his name was Kane still being alive at the end and like being part of like the revolutionary group and everything was crazy. Like, I was not expecting that. Him being the pilot, I was like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. Like, obviously they need more people on the inside and that kind of thing, but that totally caught me off guard. So that was really cool. I did really like that part as well. But that's pretty much everything from me on Silver Elite. I really enjoyed the book. I definitely recommend it. I can totally see why it was so hyped up on TikTok and everywhere. Like, it definitely was worth the hype for sure. Not a 5-star read for me, but still definitely up there. And I'm excited to see where the story goes and how the series ends. So that is it for me for my August book club books. If you have made it this far into the video, I would love if you would give this video a like. If you enjoyed it, please drop down below. If you're in any book clubs, if you've been reading a lot recently, you've got some 5-star reads, whatever it is that you're reading, drop it in the comments. I love to know what everyone else is reading, what your thoughts are on things. And I want to add more things to my TBR, even though it's already way too long. If you enjoyed this, let me know as well. I'd love to make more book content and things like that. But I'd also really appreciate if you would subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to just document all the fun different things that I'm doing, building habits, working on hobbies, trying to learn things, really documenting the process of everything that I've been kind of wanting to do with my life and just haven't done. So please hit that subscribe button to follow along with my journey. And if you are on any journeys, please let me know that down in the comments too. I love to talk about that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.